if you're here, this is my comic collection. And the digital format. But I do have the physicals, which are proof that they do exist. What is it? 100? Oh my god. I don't think that's right. 151? I think I have way more than that. Oh, you know what? These are just the ones in my first covers, A covers. So if we add variants, 96 of them. This feels small. This doesn't feel like a lot too. Hang on, let me double check that. Actually, is that right? 96? I think this needs to be updated. Hang on. On my phone, it says I have 151 total, yes. Oh, I guess it is right. Variant comics, I have 96 of these, which we can go over later. Trade paperbacks. These are all the trades and hardcovers I have. Basically graphic novels. I have 80 of these. Yep. FCBD, I titled them as Free Comic Book Days, which are free comics that I picked up. So that's right, I have 18 of those. I have a wish list, which I'm probably not gonna get. Again, it's just a wish list. Well, I'll have second printings of the Jeffs that are coming out. I think it's the 4th printing, I believe. Anyway, these Jeffs, they're expensive. I think right now for these first editions, they're like, that's at a 9.8 value, raw. If you're lucky to get one. And if you had them since they were first released, you are one lucky son of a bitch. I guess there's 2 versions. It's Jeff. So there's 2 different versions. There's there's actually 2 different Jeff titles. It's Jeff. Jeff the Landshark stars in his own fantastic comic since his very first appearance. And then there's the Jeff verse, which I think is this one. No. Oh, wait, it's Jeff. Where's the one with the Jeff verse? This one. I guess his own universe. He hangs out with his animal friends. Alligator Loki. I don't know if we can figure out who these are. That's what I was going to do. I was going to find out who they were. Alligator Loki. What's the cat's name again? That's Goose. Did you see Goose yet? I didn't show you the thing. That's him. That's Goose. I don't know if you can tell. The cat. And then he's holding the... What has he got? He's got orange soda. He's got 2 scoops of ice cream. He's got some sort of chemical X thing going. I'm guessing that's Devil Dinosaur, right? Devil Dino. Devil Dino with a couple chickies. I don't know. Oh, actually this dog could be Cosmo. Do you remember who Cosmo is? Could be Cosmo. Never really seen him or her out of the suit. The dragon, I believe, is Lockheed, which is Kitty Pryde's little dragon from the X-Men. And this is Squirrel Girl's little squirrel, Tippy Toe. So that's going to be a cute one once I get my hands on that. It's going to be fucking adorable. Oh, God. And oh, this one he's dreaming. Oh, this is a cover. Wait, is it only 1 issue? 1A, 1B. If it says number 1 on it, it's just the 1 issue. Is it? Oh, I thought these were... For a second, I thought they were going to be volumes or different issues. But this is the 1A cover with all those animals. 1B is where he's dreaming as becoming Jeff Thor. And then I guess it is just one shot. And then there's him, 1C. He's stealing the money. He bank robbed with Black Cat. So it's the Jeff versus a one shot. I believe that's what it is. Oh, wait, no. Here. Collecting issues 13 through 24. So is this the latter half of the It's Jeff series? It's Jeff. 1C. Oh man, I'm so confused. Oh, wait. This is my wish list. I need to find the actual series. How do I look that up on here? Besides, I'll come back to that later. So that's my wish list. If I somehow find this in a hidden gem of a yard sale, this could go for tons of money, even at its worst condition. But that's Detective Comics number 31 on my wish list. That's if somehow I get it. I want to pick up the Iron Fist, the new Iron Fist. This is the Iron Fist from the Marvel Rivals game. This one, oh my god, what's his name? Lin Lee? That's him. Previously he was Swordmaster at the time. If we don't know who Swordmaster is, let's check it out. Swordmaster Marvel. And how he became Iron Fist. This is how I do my research. Just a quick Google. There's a couple YouTube videos I watch. Comic Historian, Comics Explained is really good. variant comics. That's my catch up. See, so Lin Li was a young man skilled in Shanghai, China. Actually, that would be a really cool if they turn this into some live series Netflix. I can see some Indiana Jones sort of series going on, because it says young man lived in Shanghai, China. One day his father, archaeologist father, gave Li a mysterious sword and left with his brother Fang, never to be seen again. 1 year later, received a mysterious package which contained a puzzle box. After solving the puzzle, which revealed a red orb, Li was attacked by, someone needs to edit that, delivery man, who transformed into a demon, but was saved when the sword moved on its own to attack the demon. So he started out as sword master. How he became Iron Fist was, I think during an event, his sword shattered into pieces, and then he ended up somewhere in Kunlun, which is where you go and it's a mystical village or town, or not town, where you basically get where the Iron Fist trains, and he was given by the powers of Kunlun the dragon, and he's able to both wield the Iron Fist powers, and he does have the sword pieces on him, which I noticed. I remember playing the game, and then when he goes into his ult, I didn't know, I noticed you would see little blades that are popping out of his hand, so they're attached to him. So he has blades coming out. That's what makes it more deadly. So I was like, whoa, that's really cool. So Lin Li, dragon, Iron Fist with a sword at the end, mystical sword. So that's a bit overpowered. There you go. That's what it would, that's it right there. Whoosh. I'm still going to kick your ass. I want to read this. That's cool. That's the latest Iron Fist. So that's in my wish list. We also have West Coast Avengers number 7. This one specifically is the official introduction to Jeff the Land Shark. I do have on here, actually, I do have number 1. The reason why I have number 1 is there's literally, actually, let me bring it out. Hang on. Check out my book, physical copies. So West Coast Avengers number 1 is supposedly, I think, it's an official introduction, if not an introduction, at least an inspiration to Jeff the Land Shark. If you notice, right, I think this is the first page. No, let's see, right here. 1, 2, sorry, just trying to adjust here. Actually, here, let me move the cam. That's a lot better. Here we go. So if we look at the page, series of land sharks, and how these land sharks came about was by if you're not familiar with the villain MODOK, and his organization AIM mutated a bunch of these land sharks, and now they're wreaking havoc somewhere in, I think, there it is, in Santa Monica. And they're all trying to rampaging through, and I believe not the introduction, but at least the inspiration is from this particular guy right there. If the camera focuses. Supposedly, he looks like everything's happening chaos, but this one's really concerned. He doesn't want to be there, so it's either the introduction or the inspiration of Jeff the Land Shark. So that's why I have West Coast Avengers number 1. So that's in there. Fun little tidbit. Could be the reason why. I read somewhere, I think something that the writer Kelly Thompson wrote. It's either, I think she said that was the inspiration, or maybe people speculated it to be that. So anyway, that's why I have that. And by the way, oh, real quick, all this is my pile. I have organized in a specific way. If you figure it out, the Spider-Man box is all my Marvels. Boom Studios is all my indie stuff, like Boom, Image Comics. The Justice Leagues with the little the Chibi Justice League, that's actually my variant collection, so that's a big pile right there. And the one that says Dark Knight's Metal, that's my official A covers of the DC line. And if you don't know what I meant by A cover, will be like the original first printing of the comic, and then they'll like be B covers of different artworks, C, and so on. So there's a number, and the letter next to it determines the different cover art or illustration by that artist. This box here is my folio of books that I need to read. So I keep them here. I pile them up. It gets pretty stacked pretty fast. I pick up books every weekly on Wednesdays or new comic book days, and I never have enough time to get to them. So hopefully this weekend I can actually slim that down by reading them. 1 out of 100. These are rare. This one's a Jim Lee black and white illustration. Basically, this one's one of the first expensive books I've ever gotten, and the artwork in just black and white just looks so cool. Back to this wish list. So these were the ones that I was talking about, because apparently I didn't have the page up because I'm dumb. There's the Jim Lee Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, also by Jim Lee. And let's see, the first issue. This one's the first issue of Saga. I have the what do I want to say? Is it companion? Compendium. So a collection of them. I read the first one. The story, the writing, the stories so far is really good. Only the first chapter, first one, but it's amazing. It's really good so far. But hopefully I get around to it, and it just looks like a fun read, and it's ongoing. So also this thing with Saga, it's been out since, I don't know, I could be wrong, maybe since 2014, maybe earlier than that. I think it came out around a couple years after The Walking Dead, either the comic or the series itself. But this Saga is ongoing, and Brian K. Vaughan wants to, even though I believe he's gotten offers of turning it into, or trying to make it into a live adaptation, and he really wants to not go that route. And I believe he specifically writes it this way to just avoid that. And I think that's really cool. Keep the continuity and stay away from all the adaptations and iterations. And I think that's a cool way to express that. There's another reason about it too, but I can't really remember now. Anyway, that's Saga. Tells a story so far from what I've just the one issue. It's narrated by this Bebe right here in the far future. So she's narrating the story of her parents, and I think that's that all throughout the entire saga. Get it? So it's really cool. There's a whole, these two are on the runway and just avoiding, I think they're from two different families that are not supposed to be together. I guess like a Romeo and Juliet situation. That's what it sounds like. So it's a fun read. We also got World's Finest. This one in particular on my wish list, number 153. The reason why is this key issue right here. It includes the panel of Batman slapping Robin. Don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure you know what that meme is. This is where this panel originated from. A lot of people thought, even I thought, it was from either a detective or Batman comic, but no, it originated from World's Finest, number 153. That's why I want it. Just that slap. Let's see what else. And we have some more Absolute variants. This one's by the artist Scotty Young. I've been collecting a few of his cover arts. I don't, oh my god, this thing went up to $94. Holy shit. Well, that's at a 9.8 value. There's different gradings for different comic book conditions, and determining that will determine the value of that comic or the rarity. But damn, this number 1Z, that shot up. He's got, I like his art, his little animated intros, animated art, and they have little comic strips in here. Like this one says, for Absolute Batman, oh, you think this is funny? Absolutely, because it's Absolute Batman. Let's see, so that one, here's Wonder Woman. What's this one? Well, that's $40, but at least on a 9.8 value. Oh, that's Peg. If you haven't read it, spoilers. Oh shoot, I should have put in spoilers here. I don't know if it's too late to update. Hashtag spoilers. Anyway, I'm saying it now, but just so spoilers. So that's Pegasus. If you don't know why or what in the fuck why, pick up Absolute Wonder Woman number 1. And then check it out. He speaks, don't you think that sword is a bit much? Absolutely. She has a buster sword. And this Wonder Woman capable of, she's kind of a sorceress, I guess. Kind of magic. I won't spoil too much, but this, basically the iteration of the Absolute universe has been amazing, especially with the Trinity here. Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Batman, and Superman. They have such a grounded retelling, and I can get more into that forever, but I'm going to save that for another time. I have a little side project I'd like to put in a little podcast and talk about that with a buddy of mine, so hopefully we'll get that going. But right now I'm just showing off my comics. I forgot this is on the wish list, so I picked up the Atom Project. I just read that. The Justice League Atom Project. I like this cover. Remember one of those, I don't know if that's still a thing now. The inspirational posters. Has that died out? Is that what they're called though? Inspirational posters? These things. Motivational posters. Which is inspiration. Sometimes the biggest idea can come from the smallest atom. Oh, that's cool. I just like that art. I thought it was cool. If I see that around, I'm gonna snatch it. Which I have not. But for what it's worth, that's not bad. Here you go. Absolute Superman. Scotty Young. We got a bunch of crows here. Just so I know I'm not losing it. Tell me you see a guy with a dust cape and a mean mug. Striking a floaty pose for no reason over there. Absolute. Just looking at the face, I'm pretty sure he's giving a monotone sass attitude. That's Absolute Superman Scotty Young cover. This one. Oh, I believe this is the classic cover art by Todd McFarlane. The way he drew Venom, I think this one in particular, is just like, it's both menacing, but I think, I don't know what it is. He just seems more, I don't know if human's the right way to put it, but he's a lot less monster looking as opposed to what we have now. Venom's awesome, but this one, I don't know, it just keeps it more grounded looking, and just I like the depth that Todd McFarlane has in this cover, and this is cool. If I could get a hold of this somehow, that'd be cool. But looking at that, I don't know, maybe not worth it. I could probably find something better. Hey, that's Amazing Spider-Man number 316. That's it. A bunch of these are Absolute Batman variants. This one I missed out on. The Akira homage. This is the first version of it in color. This is so cool. I don't know why I waited on it, thinking, oh, there's gonna be a couple more runs, I'll make it. I think maybe within, I think these were, they were New York Comic Con exclusives, I believe, but they were pretty much sold out within weeks. Maybe, I want to say maybe 2 weeks at the most, and then trying to hunt them down and find them, they were already flipped on eBay for almost $200-300 at most, and this was such a cool cover, so I was hoping I could find something decent, but alrighty, this thing is just selling really hot. There's no way I'm gonna get that. However, they did come out with a second iteration, which is basically a second printing, which is basically this but black and white, and I ended up getting, let me see, Absolute Batman Akira. There you go. So because there's the, oh, get out of here, the second printing is basically this, just all entirely black and white, but the third and final printing of this I got a hold of, so I was like, no, I can't miss this one. So this is good enough. This is a good win for me, so hopefully this comes in pretty soon. The foil black and white with the gold lettering, that's gonna be super nice. But this is just this cool homage, so that'll be coming in maybe in a couple weeks. So that's the closest I can get to that one. The one in color is just, man, that just looks so cool. This Absolute Batman variant, number 1L, this reminds me of the animated series. If you watch the animated series Batman, I believe that's what that is, right? So I think I was going to get it too. I don't know why I just decided against it, and now here it is sitting on my wish list. So yep, there it is. I could have had it, but I didn't. This Batman in particular, I actually have it, but I just don't have a cover of this, which is what I want. I'm pretty picky. I want to get at least, I prioritize A covers if I can get it. But this is part 3. It's a 5-part series of the Batman of Gotham. I haven't read it yet. It's sitting there in my pile. And the main reason why I want to read this series in particular is because a couple years ago, the 5th issue of it, I think Batman, I don't know what he did, but he ended up visiting alternate versions of himself to get advice on something. I think he was going against a really tough villain or something. Maybe he was just going through some shit. I don't know. But trying to talk to yourself sounds like a midlife crisis anyway. But it was cool because he gets to not just alternate versions of himself, but there's nods to ones from the media. So I think he goes in to a universe where he might be talking to the animated series version Batman. He talks to the Michael Keaton Batman. he talks to what we all, if you ever played the Arkham series, I think you actually find out what happens to that version of the Arkham Batman from the games after Arkham Knight, what he ended up doing. So I guess he's still alive, that version. So he goes, I want to read it, build up to that 5th part, and then just read that portion where he visits the different versions of himself from the main media, which sounds kind of cool. So I'll get there. I think if I keep talking about it, I'm just gonna end up just reading it, and then I can finally get rid of that. So Last Ronin. So I have Last Ronin. If I can find the A cover version, again, just A covers. If I can find them around, that'd be cool. I have a second printing of this one, Last Ronin 2, the Ninja Turtles. If you haven't read the first one, god damn, that was so good. The Last Ronin. That one I'm not gonna spoil, if some of you know, but man, run was so good. It was good where it ended. I felt like it should have been there, but the second iteration, I think this is kind of cool too, which is basically keeping up with the legacy. I need to start reading those, but they've been coming out every maybe 3-4 months. I don't know. It's been a while. I think I just got the 4 just months ago, and it's still ongoing. So pretty soon I gotta start that too. The Last Ronin 2, I meant. The original Last Ronin. This one's on our wish list because this is the 1A cover of the first issue. Don't think I'll run to it, but who knows. This one last. Again, just need an A cover. That's it. This is from the first Last Ronin. And then Doctor Strange 2A. I need the A cover. I have a variant, but if I can, I'll prefer the 2. I read a little bit of this. I don't remember when or why I stopped. I think I stopped on 3, but then I was also reading the little tie-ins. And I think this was when I first visited the comic shop. I just wanted to get different versions of Death of Doctor Strange because I think it might be a key issue, which there are some issues that are pretty actually key, like the introduction, I think, of Elsa Bloodstone. I'll have to read that series. Spoilers, he dies, I guess. Anyway, that's my wish list. I feel like I went through that. Well, I went through that because it's a short run of them, so that's what I have. Free Comic Book Day. We're going backwards. Variants. Oh man, the variants, the covers, man. The different artworks and all these, it's just amazing of what I spent. Just wow. So there's that. I'll just continue on down the line here. So I have a column here with hypothetically slept. So this is basically the same as these 2 tabs here, my collection and variants. I have hypothetically slab because there's a setting where, let's say your comics, if you choose to grade them or slab them, or actually it is an and process. If you grade and get them graded and they're slabbed, I have it factored where if for some reason the 9.8 will get you the highest value possible. There is a 10, but that is extremely rare. So the next best thing is a 9.8, rarely enough a 9.9. But if you get graded a 9.8, that's the most rarest and obtainable value that you can get. So just based off of that idea alone, if they are slab, I can guess that's how much the value of what this comic is going to be. So if I put in the order of most to least, of course, the one on my wish list is going to be the most expensive. Wait, is that, hold on, I don't know why. A 9.8 of this is $48,000. I don't know why it's there's a 1.0 there, but even if you do end up really just any version of this, the least you're going to get is maybe $300. I'm just shooting it out there, but that's how valuable this book is specifically. This one, why too, number 31. If anyone's out there reading this or know more about it, I just looked into it. The debut right there, the key issue. God, I'm dumb. I don't know who Julie Madison is. I probably should have known that. Bat Gyro, which I believe, is that the bike? What's the Bat Gyro? Or the Bat Gyro, the snowmobile? Bat Gyro is a small single person flying device. One of his small planes. The Bat Gyro. Follow Julie Madison. Just another young wealthy socialite in the fiat. Damn, Bruce, what the hell, dude? This alone, just by this statement, just this sentence alone, and by the quick backstory of Julie Madison, was the fiance of Bruce, debuted the Bat Gyro, which is a plane, was Batman stalking Julie Madison as Batman in the Bat Gyro. What this issue is about. I could read this, but I'm just gonna go with that weird story. Anyway, more importantly, it's the debut of the Batarang, so that's what it is. Detective Comics number 31. So if I had that in my hands and it was hypothetically slabbed, that's a portion of my yearly income right there. But the ones that I own currently, if I do end up slabbing, this one's gonna be the most expensive, which comes around it's right now kind of valued at $362, the Jim Lee black and white variant. Well, that's pretty cool. Actually, I think I can filter this to the ones that I actually have. Let me see. I can do it on my phone, but on the website I haven't really messed around with it too much. Oh, anyway. The other pieces I have for sure. So anything with the yellow on them means they are on wish. It says right there, on wish list. What are the X's? Or these are just not in the collection. So basically, no. If you don't see any labels on these, that means I have it. And again, this tab is if they are slabbed. So this is my dream portion, I guess. Dream box, basically. So this one's really cool. I got this at the Fan Expo. And it is the Absolute Wonder Woman #1 by Dan Panosian variant. Not a ratio variant, just a variant. I think I got it 9/8, 123 if I get that graded. But just the detail on the artwork too. If I see good art in these, I'll get it. And just like the detail, I think in all his so far, this and one other Absolute Batman, which I'll show you later, he has really good details with the eyes. This is just very striking. I look at this and I'm like, what did I do? Did I fuck up? Yeah. It's a really cool Absolute Wonder Woman cover. Dan Panosian. I hope I'm saying that right. Panosian. Let's see what else I do. I have a foil version of this Absolute Batman. This one, a variant, an homage to the very first Detective Comics, but in Absolute Batman form. A roided out Batman choking the shit out of this tiny crook here. You can't not. No, you're dead. Not being able to. You can't even breathe with this giant trunk of an arm around this guy's neck. So that's that cover, variant cover. I have it. I like it. It's just interesting to look at. Why? If you compare it to the original, let's see. Is it Detective Comics #1? Yeah. See, here you go. Compare this illustration. Wait. No, it isn't. No, it's not #1. What am I thinking? But it's which one? I don't know which one it is. First Batman comic. Let's just do that. Keep it simple. There you go. Look at this. You get a better. Oh no. Well, just look right here to the right. Look at that guy. Look at that Batman. He can survive. He can make that. Look how skinny his arms are. And then you compare it to this variant. He's done. This is basically, this dude's hung. Sorry, wrong words. He's hanged. He's the hangman. This is who he is on a noose, but the noose is a human, and the human is Absolute Batman. Compared to the first one, I don't know if you could see that from here. Do you see that? Or am I blocking it? Oh god, my camera's blocking it. Shit, fuck. God damn it, hang on, I'll move. Actually, I'll do this. There, that's what I'm talking about. That's the comparison I'm trying to make. I think everyone's kind of familiar with Detective Comics #27, but that's that, and then the variant homage is that. There you go. All right, enough about that. I'm sorry, I forgot my camera's right there. Jesus Christ, how much of what I've missed? No, I think we're fine. This is a variant. It's a book. It's a comic book. Here, let me go back to called The Moon Is Falling on Us. Obviously, Kingdom Hearts homage variant. I have it. I think it's one of 3,000. Hey, Gloomy, sorry. Bruce gets around. I have a Connect for clean and press that will ship for you. Oh shit, really? Con exclusive. Sorry, I'm kind of catching up on this. Which one did you mean that was the con exclusive? Was it the Absolute Batman? I believe that was. Oh, the Wonder Woman. Oh, which one? The Dan Panosian? This one was from Fan Expo, if you're talking about this one. Actually, at least that's where I picked the order up from. What about the Moon Is Falling on Us? That one, that wasn't a con exclusive. I can't remember where I got it or found it. Because there's other websites, I believe. It's either Impulse Comics or Comic Mint. Trish Forstner. Fuck it. Here. Read them and weep. Here's the physical copy. Give me a sec. It says on CLZ. Oh, does it? That pile just grabbed their, not CGC, but they are cased via comic capsule. Oh, see, here you go. There's that Batman. These are really cool case covers, but these covers are from Comic Capsule. Recently, I would say hold out from ordering them if you're thinking about it. There's been a recent report about their plastics that I think it has to do with color fading or doesn't deliver the protection that they advertise that they normally do. But unless you're displaying your comics next to a window, like the sun beaming in, I think it's fine. Here you go. Issue 1. And actually, let me open this up real quick. Has to deal with the heat. Here, actually now, what was it? I got an email on it. Let me pull it up real quick. I like them though. They're really cool, but I think they have really good customer support service too. The fact that they issued that warning, I was able to get some protective covers until they figure out their situation. So here, important announcement. Protecting your comics has always been and always will be our top priority. As collectors ourselves, we understand how much your collection means to you, and we are fully committed to ensuring its safety. We want to address a recent issue with full transparency. We have received reports that some comics... Oh, if you're storing them in these raw, the comic capsules have left imprints on the interior back of the capsule. In our current finding, we have determined that the back of the comic capsule, which is made of softer polypropylene plastic, is building a thin layer of the plastic itself. We have no reason to believe this impacts the comics themselves. So they advertise that you can just put these in raw, but now they're like, oh, because of the imprints left stored in there raw by, I believe, the capsule itself, they're causing those imprints in the back of the comic itself is making, whatever. Don't just bag them and put it inside these. It's worked out fine for them. So that's what I always do. They're bagged and capsuled, I guess. So just like books and stuff, just keep it out of direct sunlight and heat. Really, that's it. That's one of the things. When I was at Pixar, I took a tour. By the way, if you don't know, I worked at Pixar for 9 months. It was really cool. And I went in there, right? Who would have thought? I took the opportunity to take a tour of their archival rooms. And they had a lot of stuff from the initial Toy Stories and all the concept arts and a few Apple products, but one of their big jobs was to preserve all the artwork and everything, and with time things start to fade, lose color, and one of the big things was it's gonna happen, but they try to slow down that process by preserving them. And just seeing the things like they really took care of their stuff. It was like, I don't know why, if this is something, why am I thinking National Treasure for some reason. If you went into Smithsonian, you walk in and the items that you want to find, they're basically in these giant wall coffins or something. And there's one row of space that's open. Everything else is just locked next to each other. So if you wanted to find some, you'd literally have to crank a lever and the walls of these giant archive coffins move over, and then you could just walk down the hall of it and then find the item that you're looking for. Fortunately, you can record that, but it's only exclusive to media and specific folks, but didn't say anything about me telling you guys. So anyway, so let's see, that was hypothetically slab duplicates. So this whole tab here is basically this a combination of these two, my collection, the variants only. If there's anything here that pops out, let me know and I'll pull it out from that from the bin down there. So let's go back and bam. Who would have thought? That's the Kingdom Hearts. I like this cover a lot. John Boy Myers cover. I got a signature while I was at Fan Expo of all the Trinity. So this is one of them. Let's do this. Or can you see it if I go through here? Let's keep it like that. Makes it easy for me. Or do you need to see the full figure? I'm curious to see your statistics on CLZ. What specifically? How does it? Do I just go on the side here, or is it? Oh, here, I'll show it. What is it that you're looking for? I think my entire collection is here. No. Characters. Where's that at? No slabbed ones yet. That's a process I need to look into. Comics by... would it be comics by characters? Here you go. A ton of Batman. A lot of this has to do with Absolute Batman. A lot of it is actually DC. That's been primarily my bin of comics lately. What's funny, since I've been collecting from you guys, if you don't know, Gloomy, He owns a comic shop, so no, I don't have to spell it out if you don't want me to. But since I visited you guys, I've picked it up here and there. But then the one graphic novel I read that really hooked me in was what's the X-Men one? Powers and House of X. Really got me to reading it. And then after that, that's the whole Marvel side. And then all of a sudden I just jumped to DC and I'm reading that. But mainly it's the absolute universe that's been hooking me in. Flash is on there twice. Different Flash. Or am I blind? Flash? There might be some things I have accidentally bought duplicates of. But where do you see the 2 Flashes? Is it down here? Comics by creators that you're seeing? I don't know. Switch this. Excuse me. 4th one and before Hawkgirl. 4th one. Oh, that's weird. There's a Flash and the Flash here. Is it a different Flash? Like a Barry and a Wally, maybe? I don't know why that's like that. I can't click on it to verify. Good catch. I'm really curious. That's my excuse. If I have different... Because right now, the only Flash runs I have really is the latest one, the All-Ins, which is Wally, right? Barry's, I guess Absolute Power. I don't remember. That would probably be my reasoning, I would think, why there's 2 Flashes. Although it's pretty deep for them to differentiate the 2. I'll have to come back to that and figure out why there are 2 Flashes on there. So, let's see. Oh, this is in order by value, I believe. That's how I set the collection. Thank you. That's because of you guys and all the other comic shops in town. It's been my journey since, and some either wanted to do or I just held out of in my childhood, and all of a sudden, hey, I have money now. I can be a kid again. Fuck it. So here I go. It's gonna be fun. It's cool. So this is a variant, but the world's finest. It's Superman. Imagine getting slapped by Superman like this. Hey Superman, looking forward to the first issue of Batman. It's Batman, world's finest. Head. I think they drew this wrong. His head should be ripped off. So way to mess that up, whoever drew this. I don't think it was Dan Mora, but I'm just kidding. Your head would be out of your body. Let's see, what other ones? Hypothetically slabs. Got some just logo issues. I don't know how I ended up with these. I do have the Absolute Batman one. Oh, there he is. But it's not the greatest condition. Unfortunately, when I picked it up, I purchased it at the retail price, but there's a massive crease right here on the corner. Do I want to pick that up and show you? Because it's pretty sad looking. Do you have your very first comic still? I remember picking up my very first comic was when I was a kid. I definitely don't have it. Don't know what issue it was, but I remember where I got it. It was actually at a Kmart. I was probably 2nd, 3rd grade. It was a Spider-Man issue, and just trying to remember the images and everything. I think it was probably a one-shot, because it was like, I remember reading it's like, here's Spider-Man, there's Electro. Definitely Electro, because he stood out, and plus how he looked at the time. And then it was like, at the end of the page, he was defeated. Maybe it was a one-shot, maybe it was like an exclusive for Kmart, I don't know. And I haven't found that one since, but I remember picking up that one. I would consider that to be my very first comic. I definitely don't have it. I tried to find it somewhere, but the only thing I could go off on details was when I got it, it was mid-90s. If there was anything with Spider-Man, Electro, I found one, but I don't think it was the one that I was looking for, because I remember it being feeling like it was a one-shot thing. So I remember that being my very first comic. Very first comics now. I want to say, I think since going to the local shop here, I'll say it, Zeppelin. That's right, I said it. Maybe it was the Doctor Strange ones. We could look back at the transactions and look at it there. I think it might be the Doctor Strange. I think probably those. I think we went straight for the... I'll check tomorrow. Alright, thanks. Is that, or... There's a lot of graphic novels, so you might find those ones first until you see the very first single issue that I picked up. I hope you're feeling well too, by the way. There's kind of a sickness going around, so that's just all over for some reason. Cool, so we'll keep going down this hypothetically slabbed duplicates. A couple Death of Doctor Strange, a Spider-Man. Oh wow. If it becomes a 9.8, that's $65. Batman Full Moon. What was that? Oh, logos. And I was talking about the absolute Batman that have to be a good boy. Oh, that's what I was gonna mention. This one. So when I mentioned about here's the Dan Panosian absolute Wonder Woman, and then again the details, especially with the eyes. What this remind me of now? I just remembered. I don't know why I'm getting heavy metal vibes. Am I the only one thinking that? Heavy metal, like super mature rated, mature comic series. I get that vibe from this one, the artwork. And then this semi-realistic illustration. If I see covers like those, for one, Alex Ross, if I could get anything from him, or even just an let's be real, affordable piece from art from him, that'd be dope. So I do have his Kingdom Come graphic novels, and I just got the Absolute Justice one from you guys too, so that's gonna be a fun read. Anyway, if there's any realism and depth too, this is cool. So that's his, and then the Absolute Batman. Damn. Oh, this is a round 2. Let's fight Batman. This one doesn't get fucks. But again, the eyes, it's just one of those pieces where no matter where you go, they're always following you. Not only is it striking, that's one of those pieces. Isn't there a famous art piece that they have eyes and they just follow you around? Or is it just like people saying that? It's a perspective. I thought there was one in particular. But if it's perspective, this Dan Panosian, he's got that nailed down. And let's see you in the chat. If you all can figure out if there is an actual art piece, let me know. So there's that. Dan Panosian. Amazing Spider-Man. There you are. The Scotty Young covers the series. Don't know if this is... Are these are coming to an end pretty soon, right? I've just been collecting these just because Scotty Young variants. Haven't read them yet. Oh, I just noticed these ones don't have the little comic strips that they do. The Absolutes do. Excuse me. Let's see what else. What else do I have? Where was I? Did I just lose my... Oh, down here. All-in runs. Yep. So I'm collecting both sides, but since this event happened, this one is probably the all-in special. Think of the all-in special from here as the focal point, and then it branches into 2 different universes. The all-in, which is the one we're familiar with, the canon verse, and then the absolute universe, which was resulted after this event that happened. So I talk more about that later, another time. Again, right now I'm just showing off my books. Oh, this is a cool Batgirl cover, Unburied, and I have the foil version too. If you don't know, I knew who Cassandra Cain was, but I don't know if this was typical how she was written, but this was cool. Yes, you're right. All in following the Absolute Power event. That's what started it, and then kicks off the Absolute Universe, basically. Amanda fucking Waller, yep. Jesus. I need to get the tie-ins too. I have Absolute Power. I have this, not Superman. I think it's called Super Son. It's basically John Kent's point of view. John Kent Jr. If you don't know, by the way, that's Superman and Lois's son. Because something happened to him. And I think the other tie-ins I need to read. I guess I don't know how important the Batman ones are, but I know the Task Force ones are pretty important, which I think I reserved your graphic novel. Hopefully that comes soon, just to read that. Anyway, Batgirl, Cassandra Cain, Task Force 7, Super Son was a one-shot. That was in the city ones. I feel that. I think the Task Force and the Super Son, at least they seemed more relevant. I don't know if the Batman was because it's basically an Indiana Jones thing that he does on that one, right? They're trying to retrieve something. Anyway, back to Cassandra Cain. So I don't know if anyone's ever read Cassandra Cain's stuff or what she does, but this is my introduction to her, and I thought it was super cool because basically, if you read Batgirl, she was raised as an assassin, but she was capable of... She was so silent. She studied basically the art of movement, and she can basically profile and anticipate any movements that will be made. And I liked how it was just written for her. It was the simplistic thought for each line that she delivered was like, oh, hands twitching, nervousness, intent to blah, whatever. Each line was read with intensity. She's gonna do something, or at least she's expecting them to do something. It was a cool read to read her reading them. I guess is a way to put it. So she's one of my favorites now, Cassandra Cain, the new Batgirl. So that was cool. Batgirl, I think they're already 4 issues in. That one in particular, she's hanging out with her mom, Lady Sheila, and just a little mother-daughter bonding time. Not quite, but again, the moon is following us. This is such a good story. I'm waiting. I think I have 2 issues, the last 2 issues I haven't read yet. This is such a cool story though. I like it. I'm having fun with it. I'm waiting to cry. That's how good it is. I know something's gonna happen. I felt it when I last read it, but I feel like it's in there somewhere. Something's gonna happen. I swear to fucking God, that happens. I'm gonna need to order a second issue just in case. So I need 2 duplicates. One is if I do spoil that one, then I have another one to dry my tears with. Cool. The Moon is Following Us is really good, which talks about this is a family here, mother, husband, wife, and daughter. The daughter is stuck in a sleeping state. So you find out here in issue 1 that they go to bed for a night, it's been hours, and then all of a sudden, jump to 3 months later, she's still asleep. And so the mother and father are trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And they did everything from what doctors could find out to what sleep doctors, what they've determined, and nothing was just working for them. So this old wizard looking guy, of course, comes out of nowhere and, oh, I can help you find your daughter. But I guess he's like someone either from the dream world or he's experimented with sleep in a way. So he has these devices where he can have that enables the parents to enter her daughter's dream, and they try and find her that way. But with everything that's happening, her daughter is filled with characters that she's familiar with. So little toy figures that she grew up with or played with are in her dream. So I think that one in particular just visit. For example, this is a guy that comes up to them. This is a frog person or something that she has a toy of, but then he's someone else. The Further from Insidious. I can't remember. I don't think I watched that one. Maybe I refused to because it was Insidious. Let's see, where was I? On us, that one. Batman Full Moon. I still need to read number 3. This is cool. I don't know. It's cool. I like the story. I'm sure it's the intent, but when I'm looking at the illustrations too, I feel like sometimes I need to shine something on it because it's just so dark, but it's really cool. And I like that the issue is every cover is like a glow in the dark, which I think is really cool. That's a really nice thank you to Barnes and Stevan Subic. That's really cool. Batman Full Moon turns into a werewolf. Pretty much that. I think there's 4 issues if I'm not mistaken. It's a black label. That's another thing too. DC black label books. If there's a black label on it, I'm about 80% sure I'm gonna go and pick it up because these are good little one-shot mini-series that I like to just pick up and read. And they're more, I don't know if, well, some of them are mature. They give the artists or the writers freedom to basically take the sandbox and just have fun with it. That's the Black Label series. So Batman Full Moon, that's one of the Black Label series I was reading. Another one, hopefully it'll pop up here at some point. Batman Dark Patterns. I don't think these are Black Label series. I think these, so if you can help me figure this out, Gloomy. Batman Dark Patterns, and I think the other one I'm reading, Black Canary, Best of. They're not I don't know if canon's the word. They're not part of the all-in. It's a whole other Elseworld stories, right? Is that what it's supposed to be? Because it's not Black Label. So, and they're probably just miniseries too. That's one of the reasons why I picked them up as well, because I know they're going to be short runs. But anyway, Batman Dark Pattern. I haven't read it yet. I want to. Going for more detective groundwork sort of storytelling on those. What else? Nights, and this was an okay series. I remember, I think it was this one in particular, actually, Nights In. The illustration was just way bonkers. Dark Patterns is Before Times, which Black Canary, here, I'll just find it here real quick. Best of the Best, that one. Where she's in a UFC fight with Lady Shiva. So let's see, where am I at? Nights End. I thought some of the artwork, that's just a side story. I figured. I don't know if it was because she's going against Lady Shiva. I don't know if it's going to be one of those fan results thing. Oh, we'll see who's the best. Is it going to be Lady Shiva or Black Canary? Actually, that's the question. Who's going to win that fight? Who do you think is going to come out the victor? I think it's a 5-issue run, so 3 just came out. So 2 more. We'll find out in what, 2 months. We'll see what the official Victor is. As like, I think it's gonna go to Lady Shiva. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these storytellings have had some sort of built of hope at one point, but I think it's gonna go to Shiva. Night's End. The illustration on this when I read it was just like, I don't know, it's literally all these lines and everything was just really hard to see for some reason. Maybe for me, I don't know. It was just webbed and everything. It's really hard to decipher what's happening, but the previous issues of this was really cool. But I like that it gave the spotlight to Boston Brand. At least I never came around to seeing him take up arms and stuff. But this was really cool read. A good storytelling for Boston Brand, so that was cool. Him and a bit of Damien too. Damien's just a shithead, but he's fun. See, so that's Night's End. Some more Doctor Strange, Spider-Man. This one, Doomsday Special. This kind of ties in a little bit with the latest Superman runs on the All-In series, because now Doomsday is present, but this one kind of precursors it. He's in hell in here. He gets sent to hell, and he's not trying. No, he is trying to escape. And I think it was like Supergirl and Martian Manhunter were like, who? Oh, someone. I'm not gonna say who. If you read it, find out who sent them down. Who sent Supergirl and Martian Manhunter down to keep this big guy down there? And someone in particular you would think of godly proportions would be either he is capable, or actually maybe could he have? But there's a reason why he didn't. He chose them to do it. So I'm gonna let you. It was Jeff. Yep, it was a huge crossover event. No one expected it. Big Jeff. That's a little nod read, and then that'll get you ready for this one. Basically, Superman. I haven't read the Action Comic ones of the All-In series. Have you, Gloomy? If that's any relevant, and also the difference between Superman and Action Comics. Is Action Comics? Does that tell the stories of the other super members, like Supergirl's story and Mon-El and all them? Is that what that's all about? Not just Superman himself? Let me know if that's the case with those, if you've been reading them. Let's see, what else? What's that? Superman. Talked about Doomsday, got there. Talked about Avengers, Iron Fist. The issue that I want, Absolute Power, is what kicked off batshit Amanda Waller. And also, I also recommend picking up Absolute Power Origins. That's a really cool origin story of Amanda Waller, how she came to be, and the reasoning of her motives to pretty much depower not just heroes, but also pretty much anyone with abilities, metahuman abilities, and I think just methodically taking down their technology. A lot of this stuff, it's crazy. So she's the precursor of the entire Absolute Universe stuff that's been happening, and the All-In DC mainline that's been happening as well. So Absolute Power, also Bloodstone. There's the Jim Lee Wonder Woman variant. We went to Fan Expo and picked this up just because it's a fun cover. What if Donald Duck became Wolverine? Oh man, that's gonna be a fun sound effect. That and then the shink. Can't do them both at the same time, can I? Nope. That's cool. Scotty Young gonna come down to the shop. I'd like to have him sign 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 of my books. Oh, this is cool. I like this. The Peach Momoko Death of Doctor Strange variant. This is cool. Magic revealed to be the Sorcerer Supreme of Limbo. Spoiler alert. I found out when I did these. So there's an option on CLZ. You can update the key infos and the values too, which is nice. But be careful when you update key infos, because if you're like me and you have stacks of books that you haven't read yet and you decide to just hit update the king info, you might spoil yourself sometimes. So I forget which. Oh, it was here. This one. Spoiler alert. If you're gonna read Batman, if anyone's gonna read which Batman, this one, City of Fire. This is what happened to me, and that's what I found out before I read it. I saw that. I just went, like, it was part of this collection, even the collection of comics that I didn't read yet. I hit update key info. I saw that. I was like, son of a bitch. No fucking way, really? And then I read it and like, put 2 and 2 get, well, the Riddler in the book. helps you a little bit. And then it's like, of course. It's cleverly written though, how, God, if I didn't do that and I read it first, that would have been a cool reveal. But since that happened, and then seeing how the process went was, for my level of expectation was like, oh, clever. Whereas if I didn't update the key info and I read this first, I would have been like, that is clever. But read the book first before you hit that button. If you have CLZ Comics, read it before you hit this first. I screwed myself over on that one for sure. Let's see, who's requesting? Who's pinging me? Oh, interesting. Let's see, so back to, thanks for the info, Dr. Gigahertz. That sucks this whole time. So just a new cable, new Ethernet cable. Sorry, that we're back on slabs. Where did I leave off here again? I guess I was somewhere down here, right? Let's just say that. I remember seeing these. I didn't really go through these. It's Jeff on my wish list, but the 4th printing I think is coming soon. I still haven't read these yet. I want to. Something's Killing the Children. I will, once I find time to get a break. So that. I read the Hellblazer, these ones, just because, again, Black Label miniseries, 3-issue runs. It was alright. It was good. It reminded me of, let's get an episode. What am I forgetting? Lucifer. Reminds me of Lucifer with Hellblazer, which was fun. It was cool. It was a nice Black Label read. Jeff, I have this variant of the Night Terror's Joker. Only read Absolutes and Something's Killing the Children. So good. World Tree. I was gonna get into World Tree. I think they're far down though. I don't know how many issues. I don't know if I should just wait for maybe a volume 1 and then go from there. How many issues of World Tree? I'll borrow them. How many issues are they so far? World Tree. Oh, it's on volume 3 right now. Oh shit. I really gotta catch up. That looked really good. World Tree. Number 1 came out 2 years ago. It's 3 volumes in already. How many issues total? Volume 1 is how many? 1 through 5. Is it in 5? So 5, 10, 15 issues? Is that right? This looks cool though. Alright, World Tree for sure. What else? Oh man, I think we're getting to sort of the end here. A little up more, right? So yeah, okay, something. Maybe I should just. It was that long ago. Seems like longer and shorter because the same. Oh, a little after start. Oh, really? Doesn't. I thought it was. I felt like it was kind of recent, but yeah, if it's only 2 years already, and they're only in 15 issues. Damn. So yeah, I guess enough to catch up then. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, if you have them, I'll definitely read them. But yeah, I think I'm trying to. There's just so much story, so much happening right now. I do want to get to the Marvel side since thank you. You showed. I read the Ultimates too. That Nick. I don't know if that's the same Nick Fury. If you remember the one because the last time I heard from Nick Fury was he became a Watcher, right? Basically, I don't know if that's the same one or that's just the Ultimate Fury. And I thought the Ultimate Fury was like the Samuel Jackson looking one. No? Am I wrong? I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but I'm hoping at least with Gloomy, I'm kind of connecting. We're connecting the pieces here of what's happening in my brain for me to catch up. Because my head is just filled with like references and just brief like comics explained stories. If that makes any sense. And I'm just kind of rambling on here. Something's Killing the Children. Yeah, I should stick. You're right. I should stick with Absolutes. I do want to get to Killing the Children. There's another Fury, the classic looking one. Yeah, in the Ultimates one that I read, that which is the one. But I thought like if it's in that same Ultimate verse, there was the Samuel L. Jackson one, right? And I thought that was the Fury, and all of a sudden there's the classic one. Unless were there 2 Furies in the Ultimate verse? Is that what I'm missing? I do have Something's Killing the Children. Like the stack's right underneath my table there somewhere. I thought he died. Did he? The Samuel one? I don't know. I just know he was there, but I don't know if that's... I don't know what the classic one came from, though, then. From the Ultimate universe. Oh, wait! The end of Ultimates, there were clones. The LMDs. That's what they were, right? Because in the OG one, the Samuel one was pushing for Miles to join the Avengers. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of that's in the Ultimate verse. But then we saw the classic ones, but then I think by reading the end of that Ultimate issue that you gave me, they ended up being LMDs. So I don't know. But I remember reading, or at least knowing, that the actual classic Fury from 616, at least when I last read or heard about it, he ended up being the Watcher in a way, because it was like had to do with like the who murdered Uatu or something. That was the storyline. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they were cloning him, but I don't know which transformed or whatever. What even is continuity? I don't know, man. I don't know. Everyone's like, I feel like it's a lot easier to explain it if I had at least a whiteboard behind me, but just talking through it, it's like I'm just trying to push for an answer, which I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know where that Fury came from. So all I know is that classic Fury that's in the Ultimate is a clone or LMD or whatever they're gonna have them. You gotta look at the yeah, that's me right now. I'm Charlie right now. Fuck. I just want to know what the 616 Fury is up to right now, because that's where we last saw him, behind the moon or being a Watcher or something. And that's been like years too. That's almost like, I think that was like 2014, maybe. I don't know. So if they bring that Fury back, damn, that'd be crazy. Let's see. Hellblazer, Strange, House of Slaughter. I haven't read these yet. I haven't read that one either. Superman vs. Lobo. It's a Black Label. Excuse me. Wish list, Jeff. The Night Terror Jokers. These ones. I accidentally bought a duplicate of these ones. 2 of them. But still a fun read, because Night Terror is what's... Yeah, right here. The Joker's worst nightmare becomes reality. That's his nightmare. He gets a day job. It's a fun read. I like it. I won't spoil too much about it, but yeah. That is his hell. If you don't know what happens in Night Terrors, basically there's a villain by the name of, oh god, what's his name? Night Terrors, DC, Insomnia. The entire universe, I think, goes to sleep, and all their nightmares, there's like nightmares become realities, I think, and everyone's in the sleep state, but then you get a glimpse of like what nightmares each hero and villain and everyone's going up against. Like, I think there's like, actually I haven't really read all the other iterations of their nightmares, but the Joker's was like complete opposite. Like, what's his nightmare? He gets a desk job and he gets promoted to executive or some shit. So yeah, let's see. So that, ooh, this one, Vader Dark Visions. I need to read these. I have the single issues. It'd be cool to get the rest of them, but I have the collected run. But Star Wars Vader Dark Visions, basically each issue is each story is like a point of view of who they see Vader as. Like, I think one of them's like from the point of view of a stormtrooper, but one of them in particular, I think you might have seen it on this list here. If it's not here, it's probably in the other collection. There's one in particular if I ever get down to reading it, there's a nurse on the Death Star who's like really infatuated about Darth Vader, and you get her point of view, which is I don't know, could be stocky, could be creepy, could be fun. I don't know. That's Star Wars. That's Vader Dark Visions. It's a small 5-issue mini run. Okay, so what's the scoop? Alright, so Fury dipped, drank something, and became the Watcher. And moved to the moon, and then... What? Then they replaced him with his son? Then we get the Ultimates version. Wait, that's... So, the Samuel L. Jackson one is his son, Nick Fury. The Classic Fury, that means Classic Fury's still around then, right? For the 616 stuff, yeah. I'm just saying it'd be cool if we could see Classic Fury back, but damn. Okay, that kind of clears things up a little bit. Thanks for the research, but Jesus Christ. So many Furies. When did never mind. Maybe we won't we won't find out about how the Furies came or conceived. I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. Dawn of DC. Classic Fury retired, and then Shield came through, did this thing. You sent me down a... My... Sorry. It's such a down a rabbit hole. I had to know too. We're both in the rabbit hole together. It's wide enough to figure it out. Good job. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, fuck Marvel. That's why I don't really... I mean... Marvel's fun. It doesn't get me sometimes. I don't know. That's not to say this is the reason. It's I just prefer the DC side of things, I guess. I'm dealing with more gods than complications. I guess. Oh, let's see. Yeah, more variant covers. So, or hypothetically slab. Basically everything that I have. This is the list right here. Question. This has been super fun lately. The question all along the Watchtower. If you're like, and again, going to the detective route of things, Renee Montoya is the new question, and she's basically the sheriff of the Watchtower. Watchtower as in like the Justice League Watchtower. By the way, this entire run of like the All-In, the way I'm reading them has been like each title is like an episode of the classic Justice League. That's how I'm looking at it, and it's been pretty cool. Like some of them have been relevant after the events of the All-In special that happened. It's been like, okay, her story is to figure out what shit just happened at the Watchtower, and then you have another issue. I don't think the Batman and Nightwing stuff kind of ties in because they're supposed to take place like I think like weeks later or something. But like what Superman's going through and like what the Justice League titles, and I just finished reading the Challengers of the Unknown. That was actually really cool. I like that. Like what they're going through, like all these have been either resulting from the event of All-In or some sort of underlying thing that's been happening since. So but with, I don't know if that one has to do anything with whatever since the dark side, not death, maybe disappearance, we'll call it the disappearance, might have something to do with it. But anyway, it's a fun read. It's a fun detective novel or a story that's happening. So yeah, it was cool. The question. I've been reading Jenny Sparks, Black Label again, and what's cool was like, I think I was introduced to it while watching Comics Explain. Rob, he did a synopsis of the first 3 episodes or first 3 issues, and I kind of got hooked, so I had to like pick it up and read it. And basically she's the DC's version of the Butcher, except he doesn't go nuts, or she doesn't go nuts yet that I know of. I don't know. I still have 2 more issues to read. I thought it was 6, but I guess there's 7. It's like, yeah, who watches the heroes? And so she's kind of called in to step in because yeah, Captain Atom, the nuclear man, he goes batshit, and the Justice League steps in, but it sounds like they're not as logical as how they usually handle things. So shit happens, and she steps up, and I'll leave it at that. But I like her. I like the way they write her. I think it's really cool. So I need to finish the remaining ones that I have right now with her. Null Hunter's fun. I like it's a retelling of the Hercules's labors. Yeah, Olympos. It's not Olympus, it's an Olympos saga, which is it's a dystopian cyberpunk futuristic take of it, and this thing's just right out of, I think, just the first page of issue 1. It's just like straight up action. It's really cool. I like it. Yeah, it's been each panel has just been pure carnage, I guess. Null Hunter's fun. Public Domain, I haven't started yet. I've just been collecting them. I know I'm gonna get into it, but I really want to read that take of it. Public Domain, it's basically, it's kind of gives the point of view of like the real life, or based on true stories of what writers go through once they have once they've established a character in comics. Then you see the repercussions and the implications of what happens when this created character becomes a franchise. What happens to the writer? Like, he gets based on like the quick synopsis, he gets left behind. There's red carpet premieres of like the actor playing the hero, but the writer, the father of that character, is just kind of pushed to the side. So what you get, like, points of view of that perspective of what the character is going through. So I don't know. I don't know if it's autobiographical or what, but that sounds like a really cool perspective on what happens. Drawing Blood. Oh, really? It's kind of like that too. It's Kevin Eastman. Oh, okay. Drawing Blood. That's cool. Let me see. Well, let's see. Kevin Eastman. Like the. Okay. Yeah, the TMNT. I didn't know he published Heavy Metal. Cartoonist, yeah, whose real life has become more absurd and action-packed. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I like those kind of perspective. I think, yeah, I think it has to do with Zdarsky himself, the way he writes and incorporates some sort of like realism into it. I like that side of things. Not quite to that sort of example, but I think there's a Spider-Man graphic novel I have somewhere where it's like, what if Spider-Man like aged since he was like introduced, like if he was to the actual age now, like 67, like what would his life be? So that's a series I want to read into. Let's see what else. Zdarsky, yeah, his Daredevil run. Ooh, I hear it's really good too. Yeah. Oh, is that the one? Did he write? Who's the villain that's coming up on the Born Again? I keep forgetting. It's not spoiler. I forget the name. Did he write that villain? Did he create that one? I'm finding out the name of it. The name of the villain. Miller. Oh, really? Okay. So I thought that was like a recent villain. I didn't know it was like that far back. Unless Frank Miller did write it, but it's recent. Shit, what's the name of it then? What's the name of that new Daredevil? Because he sounds pretty. He's an old villain. I didn't know that. Okay. Oh man, fuck. It's gonna bother me, the name of it. Not Hush, not Spoiler. It's like somewhere along those lines. What am I thinking? Can I think of it before the name gets to my head? I'm just gonna end up finding the name because it's really bugging me right now. It's not even on this wiki. It's fuck. It's Jeff. No, it's not. Oh shit. Shit. Now I can't find it. I'm stuck. Oh man. Reveals the mask. Dun, 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 dun. That's what Daredevil, that's what he hears. He can't see it, but he hears it. Dun, 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 dun. Daredevil, you've met your match. Oh god. Live action Jeff, that would be pretty crazy. Who would play live action Jeff? If you guys want to try and throw in your 2 cents, feel free in the chat. I think it would just be more the voice. Body movements, probably, it's going to be CG'd.
That guy who does all the voices for Seth MacFarlane, the guy who does the Goldfish's voice. No, the guy, no, that's the same guy. The guy who does the voice for the Box Trolls.
So,
it's the same guy who does, he does, oh, shoot.
Yeah, I think we got a couple. It's White Tiger, no. One of them who could play Jeff. Someone said, Crazy Shot says Danny DeVito could play Jeff. No. He could play Wolverine. He should have played Wolverine. He fit the height and description. That's a missed opportunity. Yeah, agreed.
Bradley Baker.
D. Bradley Baker. Or I haven't really seen him in Marvel works actually lately, but could be not Alan Tudyk, but he hasn't been in Marvel stuff. I like where he's at on DC right now, so let's keep him there. Let's keep him as Clayface. He does. Oh, that would be a good one. Gloomy says, I wish the dude who voiced Iago, Gilbert Gottfried. Oh my god! I'm gonna eat you up! Oh man, having that scream at you while playing Marvel Rivals, someone's got to mod that and just have Gilbert Gottfried sound effects instead of dun dun shit. Mwah. Good night. That would be nuts. That would be fun. God. Someone make that, please. If anyone's watching the stream, or clip this moment so they have the inspirational blueprint, and then whoever develops that and implements it into Wise Audio, whatever. I'm talking like I know things. Please make that happen. Yeah. So let's see. What else? Gilbert Gottfried Jeff. Oh my god, that's amazing. You see it here, folks. Whoever does it, Gloomy_44 will Venmo you. So please donate. Also, you're making a huge contribution to your local comic shop. So yeah, that'll win-win, right? Or is it just to you? Never mind. Just he'll Venmo you. What am I saying? It's the other way around. Forget what I just said. Gilbert Gottfried Jeff. There. We'll remember that. Clip it. That's the title. There. All right, well, moving on. Well, what other stuff I have? Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I just saw this Pedestrian. 4 issues. I haven't read it yet. I think I talked to Jerome. He said it was fucking weird. I still want to read it. I think again, from Comics Explained, there's an interesting synopsis about it, what drew me in. I think he's supposed to be like an epitome of a hero, like an actual hero, but I don't know. I just thought it was something like, you know, we kind of missed having for a while. But I have it. I need to read it. Where are they? Oh, I can show you where they're at. All 4 issues back in my Oops, wrong one. Right there. Again, in this box are all the books that I need to read. So at least by next week, I need to kind of like slim this. I need to slim all. Look, this barely. This is all stacked. I don't know how many issues they are, but this needs to be slimmed down. Hopefully by next week, until the next batch order of reserved books come in. Jesus Christ, it's stuck. 1, 2, 3. Published by Magma. I think this is it. This is just the 4 issues and then nothing else. Like, that's it. Who knows if it'll be some or not, but I think it'll at least be a fun mini-series read. Joey Esposito wrote The Pedestrian. Let's see what else. This is a variant, right? No, this is issue 2. Yeah, of Wonder Woman. I still need to read the latest one, number 4. So I think after this I'm gonna read it. Because if anything takes precedence in my reading list so that I'm continuing on, absolute, I need to read. Alright, semi-breaking news. Publisher Vault is canceling all their upcoming stuff and only releasing trade paperbacks for the foreseeable future. Publisher Vault, is that anything? What's Vault? Who does Vault? What? Vault Comics? What do they... Anything familiar? Anything I should have known? I mean, that's kind of cool though. I mean, they're just... Oh wait, no. Canceling all their upcoming stuff. Oh, okay, never mind. Shit. I was hoping it's like stopping single issues and put it into trade paperback form, but they're just done and they're just putting everything in trade paperbacks and that's it. Any key comics that they're doing? They did. They look kind of cool though. Already looking at the art. Damn. How do you say autumnal? I'm not familiar with with Vault. Looks cool though, goddamn. Small publisher, but they put some good stuff here and there. Goobers came out a couple months ago and been waiting for number 2, but it was all canceled and just gonna be released in trade. Oh damn, that's unfortunate. That sucks. Vault Comics, well, you hear to hear, folks. Vault will be canceling their upcoming titles and we'll just start releasing them in trade paperbacks. Alright. What else we got? I don't like that this keeps going back and forth every time I think I just need to right click it. Alright, so we're down here in Pedestrian. We're almost at the end here. Another variant of the Justice League drawn by Jim Lee himself. Oh, I forgot to mention this. So I have this thing. I'm trying, although I only did one because this is before I thought about the process. I'm not gonna buy signed comics unless I actually meet them and have them sign it. I think that's kind of a good idea. And Diamond filed for bankruptcy. Diamond Comics? Ah! What do they do again? I know I've heard of it. I just don't remember what. Diamond filed for distribution. Oh, it's a distribution company. Okay, never mind. I think I must have been thinking about something else then. Well, shit. What's happening with the comic book industry? I thought we were doing good. It's just the indie stuff, or the smaller ones, huh? There's some really good storytellers here too. Man. Autographs. I'm only gonna have artists sign autographs. That's the only way I'll take signatures, except one that I accidentally purchased before the thought process. Helps save money too. The reason why I thought of that is because I have the Absolute Batman, the one that I just showed earlier. Where is it? The black and white one. Absolute Batman #1. This one. It's already at a crazy value. It's raw. Once I get not this one. This one doesn't count. Once he's there, once he puts his hand, once his scent. Sorry. Here. Once his scent is on this page and he hand signs it, that's when I slab it, get it graded, and keep it for maybe, I wouldn't say forever. We'll see what happens. But yeah, he's signing this. That's the goal. That's one of the goal books here. Anyway, I mentioned that because we came across, since I stupidly left the page out. Where is it? Because of this. Justice League Jim Lee variant. Is he really? Like on the free comic book day? I saw it's coming up. It was like, I saw the free comic day posts on Flying Colors. It's like 100 days left, but is he? How'd you find out about that? That's fucking nuts. Shit. No fucking way. That's crazy. All right. I'm grabbing all my Jim Lee covers. That one in particular. Holy fuck. I'm on his, he's at, you know he has a Discord, right? Where is it? He's on it. He's active on there. Yeah. I think I just came in there one time. There was like some announcement on like a DC yeah, here it is, Jim Lee Discord. I don't know if he's inviting people. Fuck it, I'm making an invitation. Y'all go in there and figure it out. Yeah, he's pretty active on there. I think he was doing like a live drawing or something on there, or he was like doing interviews or something. Ron Lim. Oh shit! What did he do? I know I saw that name. Like, I see the names, I see them on covers, but I just can't remember like what particular issues. Do I even have any particular issues? Yeah, okay, I remember. Dude, Sack? Okay. Hometown, by the way. Key stuff that I have. I'm probably not gonna get to it today. But I do have a tab that I haven't gone further. I have some vintage comics here, so those boxes that you see, that's all like the modern stuff. Oops. That's all the modern books that I have. The vintage stuff, I don't know if you could see, but fuck, the cables. It's back there. I have way more vintage stuff that was actually given to me during my days at Pixar. Shout out to Naked Bob. Don't be fooled by the name, but Bob, he's one of the coolest. I don't know if he's watching or he hears about it, but I miss you, Bob. He's not dead. I just miss working with him. He's super cool. Anyway, hashtag Naked Bob. So Jim Lee will be at Flying Colors soon. Crazy. Ron Lim soon. I need like I said, I'll have to go through my vintage list here and see if there's any Ron Lim stuff then. As you can see, here's a quick sneak preview of some vintage comics that have been given to me. Let's save that for another stream then, shall we? Let's finish this one because we're almost done with this. This was fun. This was like, what, since 7? I thought I was gonna be here for like an hour, and holy shit, this is kind of cool. I like this. I'm gonna tire out my voice soon. I haven't been like this in ages. Which row was I in? So yeah, a couple Nightwing variants. This one, the toy action versions. This is so cool. Like, this cover, I had to get this. I'm pretty sure I had like McDonald's meals toys versions of this somewhere. But yeah, this is such a fun looking cover of Nightwing number 120. Fuck me! Can't see there. Sorry. Shit. I'm bad at that. Thank you. This one. This action figure version of Nightwing. Was there anything else that was missing? Oh, I didn't show you the vintage shit. I'll get back to that in a sec. But this one, the Nightwing action figure number 120 is a cool, nostalgic Happy Meal set. I went to the vintage column here. I said I'd give you a sneak preview, and I gave myself a sneak preview, but now here it is to you all. I was given a couple of these. If you can quickly point them out or know of anything that looks familiar, anything desirable, let me know. And if you're interested, I will up the price. No, I don't know. I think this is just a cool set that was given to me. So let me know if anything quickly pops out, stands out for you. Again, same deal. I have the vintage set, which is all raws that I actually have, and then my hypothetical slabbed versions once, if I ever get to that point. There are at least from this set, there are 2 books that are much more valued, that are valued a lot higher than the Jim Lee Batman that I have, if they were slabbed. I think at least one of them still meets that value. I can't remember which. If you guys want to guess, feel free just by quick glancing. But again, I'll do another stream. We'll get to the vintage side of this at some point. But yeah, a lot of Batmans, a couple aliens, big times. Yeah, there you go. Switching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. All right, we're down to the line here. A couple Nightwings, some Batman, Wonder. Apparently I have 2 of these. 2 number 2s, is that right? I need to double check my actual copies. Okay. Hornsby and Halo. Gloomy, how do you feel about this? I'm not sure how I feel. I think I'm just getting it just to finish at least the first arc because I kind of started it. I don't know. What do you think so far? Like, I do want to see where this goes. I'm just waiting for, I don't know. I think I'm waiting for some like crazy twist. Right now it's like, it's not like, I don't want to say it's like sunshine and rainbows so far, but I think it's just kind of like, it feels predictable maybe. What I've seen and read so far. I think I'm behind in issue 2. Did issue 3 was the latest one? Because it might be the one I haven't read yet. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Anyway, what do you think of it? I haven't read it yet. I'm sticking to other Ghost Machine stuff. Okay, fair enough. Anyone else here read comics? We're interested? Don't worry about it too. I'm gonna put this on demand on my YouTube page. So, speaking of which, YouTube. So I have my main page, youtube.com/desert_. Is that underscore? There's an underscore there, right? I have a couple accounts like with and without it because apparently people like the name. This one @_. Okay, yeah. This is my main page. I'm gonna throw, once this on-demand stuff, I'm gonna just throw it on here live in case you missed it. I'll throw it here, download it. Make some key highlight shorts. But I won't say my other project. That'll be between Gloomy and I. I'm gonna create a dedicated page in the synopsis of what we're talking about. So I'll just give that info. If anyone's interested, I'll give you all those details in the near future. Just go ahead and follow me on my stream here. Twitch.tv/desert_punk23. Check out my YouTube. There's the info right here. Follow me on Twitch. back on TikTok. Not thinking, no, let's not get there. That's not what we talk about. I'm also on Blue Sky, so yeah, follow me there. If you're interested in everything, not just comics, but I talk about, video games, anime, whatever, all the fandom, TTRPGs. Let's just like get all this fun stuff out of my head and share it with all you guys. So this is just me expressing myself, and hopefully you all just maybe you're interested in what I have to say. Maybe not. If not, well, tell me why you don't like it. I guess I'm curious. If not, don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, that's where I am. That's where I'm at. Follow me here on Twitch, TikTok, Blue Sky. That's where I'll have right now, and I'll give you updates on the second project that I have going on, which is dedicated to comics. So yeah, that'll be me and Gloomy on that one. So let's see, Hornsby and Halo. Just talked about that. Okay, yeah, kind of the same thing I'm feeling on Flash as well. Like out of all the entire DC all-in runs, this one has probably low on my list. But again, I just kind of picked it up, started it, and I think I'm just gonna like run into the end of the arc, and that's it. I mean, there's some interesting moments, but I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it either. I like the Flash, I like Wally and like what's happening, but it's just something about it. Just it's not quite catching me as much. Cool. So let's see. Oops, let me move that there. What else? So I was just talking about Hornsby and Halo. Wait, did everything just get shifted around? No, not quite. Oh, because there's 1 and 2. Okay, got it. All right, no, we're good. Black Canary Best and Best. We talked about that briefly earlier. It's basically a UFC fight, and then is it? I think it's Dinah, right? Or Laurel. Anyway, it's their issue basically. So my money's on Lady Shiva on that one. Absolute Superman, John Boy Myers variant. I have that signature. That was from also at Fan Expo. Oh yeah, and I picked this up too while I was there. So this variant of the last run-in. These Wonder Woman covers looked really cool. I think this is Joelle. Yeah, Joelle Jones. I like that little color right there. Splash paint or whatever's happening. I don't know if it was me. I don't think I ever noticed the blood smear on mouth. That's all vampiric. That's really crazy. Yeah, this is a cool cover. I like that one. Absolute Wonder Woman. And which other one was it? Oh, I think I've seen this around a lot too. Like, yeah, so I have the foil variant, second printing. And I believe there's another version, which is, I think it's a first printing too. But it was a ratio variant. Like either, I think I saw like a 1:25 or something. But this is cool too. I like the seductive stance here. Again, excuse me. Is it just me or is it this like vampiric vibes from these last two? Is that saying something about me? I don't know. I wasn't really into vampires, but I don't know. Anyway, those are the two cool Wonder Woman variants there. We have Batman. I got Power Rangers The Return. I need to do this. That's what I meant to be doing. I need to right click it. Power Rangers The Return. If you don't know, also this is a variant cover by Inyuk Lee. This was written by the Pink Ranger herself, Amy Jo Johnson. So I finished it. I just picked up the 4-issue trade paperback, which came out last month. It was a fun read. It was great. It was like, to me, it was like a letter to the OG little kids in us, the Power Ranger fans from the Mighty Morphin years. So this was cool. All right, you're gonna play Rivals. Awesome, dude. Talk to you soon. I'll be on after this. So yeah, my voice will be shot though, but yeah, I'll be there soon. Thanks for joining, Gloomy. Take care. Yeah, I really like this book. I enjoyed it. That's definitely one of the signatures I really want to get from her. So sign this cover. So if I get Amy Jo Johnson to sign this, that'd be so cool. Even David Yost. If you don't know David Yost, that's the Blue Ranger. They did I remember I was watching their stream one time, and they both did a reading. I think all 4 of her issues, and it was really cool. It was fun. Yeah, and this was such a good story too. Like, just a fun read, small mini series run. Highly recommend it, especially if you remember. If you're an OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fan, definitely pick that up. Almost down to the wire here. So Spider-Man, Scotty Lee, Batgirl. That's issue 2, the second issue. That series, JSA. Batman, Exorcism. This one's great. This is crazy. This one's nuts. Like, I still haven't read the other. Actually, this is 2. I haven't read that one yet. Yeah. If you can guess it, it's pretty much what's happening. The exorcism at the White House, basically, or some sort of like demonic thing that's happening. So, spoilers or no spoilers? I'm not gonna spoil that for you. I want you to all check it out, have fun with it, read it. Exorcism at 1600 pen. Yeah, you got your first female president, and your first what's the male equivalent? What was first gentleman of the house? I guess. Yeah. So, and there appears to be some sort of demonic presence at the White House. So yeah, leave it at that. Exorcism at 1600 pen, and then we got what? I think this is the first Two-Face issue. I don't know if it's ever, but I think I was going into this as if it's some like really, really violent Law and Order situation going, which could be. But I just finished reading the second issue of it. It's been fun. It's been pretty good so far. Yeah, Victor Zsasz is involved as well. See, that's not Hush. This is just a variant of the Justice League Volume 2. Why there's Hush? Well, I think it's a tease of what's coming up after the first arc of the new All-In Batman's coming up. Hush 2 is happening. Hush is back. Written by Jeff Loeb again. He's back on it. Excuse me. Lost my voice. I need to get some water. I'll be right back. Voice cracked. Yeah. Jeff Loeb is back writing Hush 2, as well as Jim Lee with the illustration. Artwork by Jim Lee. So yeah, they're both back. And coming back with Hush 2. Don't know what that's going to be about. Why he's back all of a sudden. I think there's reprints that are out right now that'll help you get up to speed for the Hush series, which will get you up to in time for Hush 2 when that happens. I think this happens in March, but anyway, aside from that, this is just the variant cover of Justice League Unlimited. Happens to feature Hush, which is also drawn by Jim Lee himself again. Yeah. Nightwing, The Moon is Following Us, New Gods, Ram V. This has been so good right now. It's been real fun. Yeah, that's again affected by the events of what happened in the All-In issue, special one. Death obviously heavily affects High Father. If you're not familiar, Darkseid's the brother of the High Father, the New Gods. And Yeah, this has been a really good read, featuring the new gods: Orion, Scott Free, Big Barda, Highfather, Metron, like all those guys. I'm familiar with them, but I haven't really like gotten into like really reading like the stories or comics about it. So this is the first one, and this is really cool. And it's also a nice appreciation, because this was basically the man himself, Jack Kirby's baby. Like this whole entire these cast of characters are his creations. So I think this will be a cool, fun read, and where Ron V will take it. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. I'm excited for this one. The New Gods. Again, I think this is issue 2, issue 3. I think that's the one I need to read. Null Hunter. Null Hunter, Question, Free Comic, J Sparks, Halo, some more Supermans. Ooh, what's this? Batman, black and white. This is the 4th. They have so many printings because of the popularity of Absolute Batman. I think no, they're going into their 5th printing now. 5th printing coming up already. If you missed out on like the very first ones, these ones, whoo, look at that already at a 9.8. Actually, even just no, I think that's slab, but even at raw alone, you can't even find these alone anymore. These ones are hard to find. Let me just go into this one. $40 raw right now at a 9.8 if you find one. And guess what? This isn't an issue. This is not an error. I have 2 of them. Bought them on accident. Same as this one. Either I bought it on accident, or I might have like pre-purchased at one place and picked it up on another. These duplicates that I have. The Joker, this was intended. Because I knew I was going to open up and read one, and I thought the second one would just be fun to have if I ever slab it, or like keep it like as a keepsake to never open it. But I don't think it has any value, but to me it does, because it's basically a what if for me. Oh yeah, here's the second second part. There he is, just TV dinner and Nightmare Batman just sneaking in. Yeah. So let's see, we're almost done here. Slab duplicates, no New Gods, no Hunter. This is definitely another. I think this is the 4th printing. No, 2nd printing of number 2, because of this. This is this look familiar to you? I believe something like this happened in the Dark Knight. But this, I had to get this because of this cover. This is really cool. I'm a sucker for that. That's how I look at these comics. Like, yeah, I'll have the issue, but sometimes there's some things that'll catch you, either the cover art itself, or maybe if you're in it for the money, like play a gamble of like rarities, or like seeing where the value goes. You could look into like those ratio variants, 1:25, 1:50s, 100s. Sometimes I just appreciate the art too, and those variants, of course, there's some good cover arts on those too. But it's kind of what I go for. Like I go with my eyes. If it looks good, it looks good, man. So this looked good, and this is actually part of a panel. So check that out. It's a fun read. Absolute Batman has been phenomenal, to say the least. I could talk about that during my little comic project when that happens. If you want to know more about that, you can follow me on any of these places. Twitch, updates on Desert Punk, on TikTok, and Blue Sky. So, yeah, we're down here. City of Fire, the one that fucking spoiled me. Fuck me. Absolute Superman has been really good too. all the absolute so far, which has just been the Trinity: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They've just been so good, so grounded. Like, the takeaway from it is like the absolute universe. Real quick, because I just have to say it. It's basically it's putting you in a place where basically there's no hope in this universe, and it strips down to the core of, like, you know, the most absolute kind of like there, I said it, in their most, I guess, underdog state, and you want to like watch them build back up. So like Absolute Batman, he's not the billionaire you thought you knew. He's a modern man just like us, living off like average means. Superman, he's actually grown, he actually grew up in Krypton, like not as a baby. He actually grew up, I think it was there, and they're going through like there's like a societal arc that happens in his origin stories and what's happening. So it kind of plays off. I don't know if it's been typical, but kind of plays off like how the Arrow from the Arrowverse, the CW show, happens between Oliver Queen in the city and his time on the island. It's kind of what's happening with a lot of these DC absolute runs with Superman and Wonder Woman. Not so much with Batman, actually, but with Superman, it's like here he is here in one place in present time, and then you go back to the origin stories of him growing up in Krypton and what they went through. A little bit same synopsis of Wonder Woman, but I'm just not going to say any more of that, so you'll just read that. It's really cool. Iron Fist is on the wish list. TVA, I need to read. Number 1, number 2 came out. So I missed the call on that one. So fuck me, but I'll get it. Another variant. I just got this recently too, but which one is this again? This is number it is number 3. Ariel Diaz variant. Yeah, I just went for the cover. Look cool. No ratio variant or anything. Just that looks so stunning. Oh, I didn't even notice the little the wings. Oh my god, I didn't even think that was Pegasus here. This is Pegasus. I thought, oh, angel wings. That's a nod for her, but no, those don't belong to her. That belongs to Death Pegasus here. I thought this was like some kind of like, I don't know why I thought it was like some sort of like some kind of accessory, but no, that's Pegasus, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's Pegasus. Those are her wings. They don't belong to her. She don't need wings. That's cool. Didn't even know that. This keeps reshuffling. Challengers variant. I accidentally got that one. I wasn't supposed to. I wanted the A cover, but I think the shop ended up giving me the foil variant, which is cool. Sometimes let me know if like that's an issue. If you ever come through it, like I don't really like to touch foils with my bare hands, even though it probably won't do anything. You can probably easily wipe it off. I think it's just me from like I used to collect like Pokemon cards and stuff, and like if you put your imprints on the foil, it ruins it or whatever. Like I don't think it's gonna ruin value or anything, but for me, I want to leave it alone as much as possible. I think that's just a me thing. But let me know in the comments or in the chat if you think it's okay. Just it's fine. Go ahead, touch it. So yeah, that's the foil variant of Challengers. Another foil variant of Justice League: The Atom Project. Right? Is this? No, it's not a foil. I thought I got a foil variant. I need to double check that. Anyway, this is also just another cool cover, by the way. Superwoman Special. This came out last week. Superwoman Special. What's happening lately? After the events of Absolute Power, There's been a shift of everyone's powers. So after defeating Amanda Waller, everyone was depowered, but then they got their powers back. Some of them got their powers back. Others were traded off. Others that never had powers ended up with powers. So in this special case, that, if you don't know, is Lois Lane with Superman powers. So you have your Superwoman. It's cool. It's fun. I actually like what's happening in the Superman comics lately. And you're kind of just like, if you read Superman, the issue, like, it's not number one, it's something else, but like the first arc of that issue, you're just kind of thrown in, and then suddenly Lois has Superman powers. So this Superwoman special is the origin of that story, how she ended up with those powers. So it was really cool. It was really fun. Once you get to the back half of it, it's like, I think to me it just crescendos. There's like it's a build to what happens, what actually happens. It's really good. It's good with its twist, its plots. Joshua Williams, great job. Yeah. Along with the art, Laura Braga, I think that's, and Nicola, oh man, I'm gonna fuck that up. I'm so sorry. Sismisisha. I'm sorry. Oh, Edwin Galmore regular cover. Yeah, this is just Yeoman. Woman of Steel. Yeah, it was a great read, and like the very, very last page of this made me go, what the fuck? What the fuck? I swear I said that like 7 times. So this was good. This was really, really good. Yeah, read the Superman, get into this one. You'll know what I mean. Yeah, we're just about here. Another Scottyman and Dark Pattern. So yeah, that's all. That's my. Those are okay. Specifically, those are all my single issues that I've collected here. Yeah, that's the modern single issues I have. The rest that I gotta go through. If you're curious, got a bunch of trade paperbacks. We can go through that. I think we briefly went through. We don't really need to go through this, do we? Free comic book day. I mean, here it is, right there. Free comics. Wait, this one's wrong. That's actually in. I don't know how that ended up there. It should be in my collection. I just have this issue. I should probably get the surrounding issues because apparently Shang-Chi fought the war. Who won that battle? I don't know. I never opened it. I should. Yeah, we can do. If anyone's curious, we can do another stream, and then I'll put it on demand on my YouTube page here. So, free comic book days. I think next we'll talk about how much of this. Well, we could go through this one. Not tonight, but we could go through this pretty quick. Yeah, definitely go through this quick because I haven't read most of these, like, at all. I'm looking at it right now, and maybe there's like, out of these graphic novels, I've only oh, that's the Spider-Man story I was talking to you about, Zdarsky life story. That's when if there's an aged Spider-Man, if he was 65 basically, or something like that. Some of these, yeah, maybe 5 or 6 of these I've read already, and I should get into it. So we could talk about that briefly on the next stream, and we can definitely go through this. In fact, I might need some help on this one. Like, if anyone's curious, if anyone's familiar with these titles, knows the value, or not quite the value, but like the rarity of it, or how impactful these are, because some of these I'm not familiar with at all. Like Grendel, for example. I think I kind of heard about it, but there's like a thing I have. I don't know if it's on here, or there's like a flyer or something that was given to me because there's a crossover event between Grendel and Batman, even though these two are like two completely different comic or industry franchises or comic brand franchises, whatever. Anyway, yeah, please, if anyone's interested on this vintage comic stream, let me know. Actually, I'm just gonna do it, but I'm hoping people can join in and help me figure out how relevant or how great the or if anyone knows of these actually. Oh yeah, there it is. That's what I was talking about, the Batman Grendel. Cool. So said I was gonna go and stream, but my voice is tired. Let's see. And yeah, let me see. Is there anyone to raid? Do I even have enough people for something to raid at? I don't even know. Should I raid? I don't really see anyone to raid to. Anyways, I think my voice is shot, but this was fun. I enjoyed it. This was a fun little get together. I haven't done one of these just chats and kind of like it. It was fun. Very cool. Cool. All right then. Well, thank you for joining. These are my comics. Well, just this is even like, this is 208 of my comics that we just went through. Oh wait, no, that's the vintage stuff. This is 242 of those comics that we went through. So yeah, that was fun. Thank you for joining, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Night. Have a good night, and have a good morning tomorrow, I guess. Anyways, bye.